Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news student can use. I'm Ailith.
And I'm Collin. Here are this week's stories.
The Trump administration is still seeking to shrink the size of the U.S. government. According to CNN, more layoffs are headed towards the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA. Sources say that the 800 employees that have already been tapped for termination, and the numbers could rise to over 1,000 preliminary employees, were fired this week, along with almost 375 employees. NOAA is where most of the division employees, scientists, and specialists in weather, oceans, biodiversity, climate, and other research in the planetary monitoring fields. People who were charged with the termination seem to have acted in a way that would minimize paper trails, making it difficult to know who was affected.
Indiana governor is pushing out new executive orders, one of them addressing the cost of state spending on therapy for children with autism. Governor Mike Braun has assigned 2 state agency leaders to collaborate with lawmakers and outside experts to find ways to reduce what Indiana is spending through its Medicaid programs. Records show that the cost of containment on its applied behavior analysis for children with autism has grown $473 million in 2024. These numbers are expected to rise to some $650 million by 2026. A federal audit did find massive amount of improper billing by the ABA for service lacking documents and other non-ABA activities.
President Trump is expected to sign an executive order that will designate English as the official language of the United States. The executive order will re-sign a mandate from former President Bill Clinton that required the government and organization that receive federal funding to provide language assistance to non-English speakers. This new order will allow the agents and organizations that receive federal funding to make choice on whether to continue to offer documents and services in languages other than English. More than 30 states have already passed laws designating English as their official language.
Indiana manufacturers say there are a daily Listeria outbreak caused by milkshakes on February 28th. Leon's Magus, the leader of food manufacturing, recalled 4 ounces of frozen milkshakes. However, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration states there are at least 38 people affected in 21 states, including Indiana officials. Report 12 people deceased and 38 people hospitalized. The FDA has conducted an on-site inspection resulting in the collection of samples. Some have tested positive for an infection, Listeria monocytosis.
And that's all for this half of ACC Student News. I'm Ailith.
And I'm Collin. Stay tuned for more news.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go home.
Welcome back to ACC Student News. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jori. Here are some more stories.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is considering whether to move forward with the plan to kill thousands of birds or use non-lethal means. 80 bird species are at risk of being killed, including sandhill cranes, eastern screech owls, downy woodpeckers, and songbirds like red-winged blackbirds. If wildlife services continue killing the birds, they will use strategies like shooting carbon dioxide poisoning and use the other substances to kill birds. Birds who ingest this poison will die slowly from kidney failure and other organ failure.
A 40-year-old man was arrested for attempting to smuggle cocaine under his wig. A man from Pereira was attempting to board a flight from Cartagena to Amsterdam when he was stopped at security by the anti-narcotics police. Police say that the amount of cocaine the man attempted to smuggle through the airport was worth around 10,000 euros or around 10,500 US dollars. Officials have confirmed that the cocaine capsules had been camouflaged in his wig and have released the footage of the wig being cut open to reveal and test the drugs.
Miscommunication between air traffic controllers at Chicago Midway International Airport and two aircrafts almost resulted in a crash. A Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 aircraft was landing on a runway when a Flexjet Bombardier Challenger private jet crossed the active runway without proper authorization. The Southwest pilot had performed a go-around to avoid collision with the private jet. According to authorities, the Southwest airliner flew over the private jet at 250 feet.
The FBI has accused North Korean hackers of stealing $1.5 billion in cryptocurrency from a Dubai-based firm last week. The hackers are believed to be from North Korea's notorious Lazarus Group. These criminals are rapidly trying to crash the horde through a complex online money laundering process. Bybit, a Bitcoin selling company, is now offering cash rewards to anyone who spots and prevents hackers from cashing in goods in the future. Bybit's co-founder, Bin Zhao, acknowledged the FBI's announcement in a post on the social media platform by linking a website offering $140 million in bounties.
That's all the stories we have for this week. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jori. Make sure to check out the rest